What's up, man? So what do you tell Jeff Horn?
I mean, let's fight.
Let's fight.
I mean, really nothing else to say. I mean, he has a belt, I have a belt. Let's unify.
What happens in that fight?
But I got a belt now, so
Okay. Sean Porter got a belt too.
So now
Sean Porter got a belt too. Sean Porter. So why am I go to easy road and knock Sean Porter out? So why am I go to easy road and knock Sean Porter out?
So why am I go to easy road and not Sean Porter out?
Oh, that was different.
Spence knows he can't beat Crawford.
Because that sounds to me, Mike, like a duck.
So what I do, YouTube? It's your boy King David in this thing, and I'm back at y'all again with another video. Okay, so before we get going on the video, man, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, hit the like button, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe one time for your boy, so we can continue to grow like we need to grow on this channel. You know what I mean? And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the merch. You know, we got the merch popping off these days. So check out the merch though, you know what I mean? And while you're at it, check out what we got as far as perks for the memberships. You know what I mean? Check that on out. But with all that said, man, let's go on and get down and dirty into the video, man. And y'all see what the title of the video is, man. Vergil Ortiz. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Vergil Ortiz ducked Terence Crawford not once, but twice? And don't take my word for it. Check out these words from the WBO president speaking on that very thing. Check it out.
Championship committee will order Crawford to face Rocha as a mandatory challenger because Vergil refused to fight him twice. I don't know why.
Ortiz.
Vergil Ortiz, excuse me. Vergil Ortiz refused him to fight. Vergil was my friend from South Dakota.
Just to confirm, you're saying Vergil Ortiz refused to fight Crawford 2 times?
Yeah, we offered the fight twice here.
Okay, so y'all heard the WBO president, Paco. He pretty much said that Vergil Ortiz refused to fight Terence Crawford, once again, not once, but twice. Vergil Ortiz turned down the Crawford fight not once, but twice, right? And you know the funny part about this situation is, even though we just heard the WBO president say this shit, rest assured, I bet $100 million bajillion that it's gonna be a Earl sexual fanboy that's gonna hop up in my comment section and tell me, why didn't Terence Crawford fight Vergil Ortiz instead of David Avanesian? He fought David Avanesian, but he could have fought Vergil Ortiz, KD. He could have fought Boots Ennis, KD. Why did he fight David Avanesian? Rest assured, it's gonna be one of these weird ass motherfuckers in my comment section talking that bullshit, even though we just heard the WBO president say that Vergil Ortiz turned down the fight not once, but twice, y'all. Right? He used the words that Vergil Ortiz refused to fight Terence Bud Crawford. Right? He refused. But you niggas are gonna come in my comment section. Y'all gonna come on my lives. And y'all gonna capture me and tell me that Bud Crawford is choosing to fight easier fights like Earl Spence, right? Y'all gonna tell me that ain't nobody scared of Bud Crawford. Ain't nobody ducking Bud Crawford, KD. Ain't nobody ducking Bud Crawford. He choosing to fight the Avanesians of the world. But we just heard the WBO president say that Vergil Ortiz refused to fight Terence Bud Crawford not once, but twice, right? Not once, but twice. And that because of that, Rocha is probably going to be named a mandatory, or is named a mandatory at this particular point in time, right? But Bud don't want to fight nobody, KD. Is it that Bud don't want to fight nobody, or is it that nobody want to fight Bud? Huh? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Name a guy that refused to fight Errol Spence 2 times. Name a guy that refused to fight Errol Spence 2 times, right? You can't name them because everybody want a piece of Errol Spence because they know that's easy work at the end of the goddamn day, right? But I know the Spence fanboys, they're gonna be like, well, Bud ducked out of the fight, KD. He ducked out of the fight, even though we got Steven Espinoza saying.
There were certain points that, there were a range of issues that, Terence brought up that, really didn't get resolved, and they lingered out there, and then, then things all fall apart.
But we know you niggas love ducking questions. We know you niggas are a lot like your boy Errol Spence when it come to answering questions, right? We know you niggas love taking the easy route, right? Deflecting, ducking, dodging, and maneuvering your way out of specific questions about specific things. But nevertheless, I digress. Because I got yet another question for y'all, right? As good as Vergil Ortiz is as a fighter, I would like to know why y'all believe that Vergil Ortiz refused to fight a Terence Bud Crawford. I want to know why y'all think he refused to fight a Terence Bud Crawford, right? And then while you're at it, I got another question for you. I would also like to know y'all opinion on whether or not you believe he's the only one in the welterweight division that refused to fight a Terence Bud Crawford. Because for somebody like Vergil Ortiz, a top fighter, but a guy who's never won a belt. I mentioned he's never won a belt, and I gotta spell this out for the fanboys out there. I mentioned that he's never won a belt because these are the guys that are supposed to be the most hungry, right? Vergil Ortiz is supposed to be the most hungry of all the fighters looking to challenge a Bud Crawford, right? Because he's never won a belt. He's never tasted the glory that comes with being a world champion. He's never won a belt. He's supposed to be super hungry. So if Vergil Ortiz, a guy who's never won a belt, but also a top level fighter, is turning down the opportunity to get in the ring with a Terence Bud Crawford, what does that say about guys who are a little less hungry and who already got a few belts on their hip, right? And who already got a bit of a name? What does that say about those guys and their willingness to get in the ring with a Terence Bud Crawford? That should make you think twice about whether or not he's the only one who's done that, right? That should make you think twice about all these fights that haven't happened. That should make you think twice about whether or not it's Bud not wanting to fight the other guys in the division, or if it's the other guys that don't want to fight a Terence Bud Crawford. That should make you think twice about whatever the hell it is you think at the end of the goddamn day, right? Nevertheless, I digress. Terence Crawford being the boogeyman aside, I actually like Vergil Ortiz as a fighter, man. I actually like Vergil Ortiz. I think he's a really good fighter, and I think he got a really bright future. You know what I mean? And this is just a really bad look for Vergil Ortiz at the end of the day, man. To have this come out, it was already known that his team said that he wasn't ready for a Terence Bud Crawford. But for this to actually be put on notice, put on Front Street on behalf of Vergil Ortiz, man, it's really a bad look for him, man. And Vergil Ortiz needs to fight Terence Bud Crawford after this Rocha fight. He really does. Vergil Ortiz is going to have another opportunity to redeem himself. He's going to have another opportunity to redeem himself because after Errol Spence officially ducks the entire welterweight division and drops all the belts, Vergil Ortiz, if he gets through staying the onus, will become the WBA champion, right? He'll become the WBA champion, and he'll have an opportunity to unify with a Terence Bud Crawford. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he handles the situation then. Or will he do the same thing he just did and duck, dodge, and maneuver the pound for pound King Terence Bud Crawford, right? It's going to be very interesting to see what Jerron Boots Ennis does after he inherits that IBF belt, after Errol Spence officially ducks the welterweight division, right? Is he going to be looking to unify with the pound for pound King Terence Bud Crawford? It's going to be very interesting to see what these young guns do after they come up on these belts, you know? And I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most with this whole situation right now. You know what I mean? The future of the welterweight division. Because as of right now, all we got is Errol Spence being the biggest duck in professional boxing. But let me know what your thoughts is, bro. Hit it up in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit that goddamn like button. But until next time, I'ma holla at y'all. Peace.